So I have no idea what this thing is behind me, but it's pretty cool, and I've driven by this 1,000 times and never even noticed. I have no idea how that happens, but it's a beautiful day. It's 75 degrees in February in Ohio. That doesn't happen. So I'm actually gonna walk over to one of my favorite coffee shops, Emporium, which I can already tell there's a line at the door. That's just a beautiful thing. But you know, if you work the typical 8 to 5 job, you probably wanted this as well. Like, what does everyone do to just be able to hang out at a coffee shop all day? That is what I want. Maybe they're all entrepreneurs, I don't know. Maybe they all work third shift. Either way, that's what I need more of in my life.
You can't look the life that you're living, and the truth it hurts to say. If you can't see the gift that you're giving, find a way.
There is nothing that I love more than being stimmed out on a warm, sunny day, especially in February. You just appreciate it so much more. And I just finished up with this. I don't know if it was like a class, but it was a team building event we went to at work, and we had to make our own food. We were in the kitchen putting all this stuff together, and check out this dessert that we made. If I have been able to make this for the channel, it probably, I mean, you guys would have loved it. It was one of the most outrageous desserts of all time. It was like a chocolate lover's dream. They say the best things in life only last a minute. Shut up. So to be honest with you guys, I have no idea where I'm going, but it's just such a beautiful day. I just need to... All right, is this girl seriously running her air conditioner right now? That's just a little bit too extra.
Self back in the game and learn to take it all off the chin. Where do I start to get it in the memories?
So keeping it really simple tonight, just having a turkey and ham sandwich and a fruit cup from a local cafe. And just because I ate like an idiot earlier doesn't mean I have to keep eating like an idiot for the rest of the day. Nutrition is really pretty simple. Eat sensibly the majority of the time, and then when you have special events or you're out with people, indulge and enjoy yourself and don't overthink it. I mean, so tonight I'm gonna be jumping on a call with my buddy Chase Tuning and talking to his mentorship students, just kind of how I got here, what got me into social media. Honestly, it's probably gonna be a lot of the stuff I talk about in the ebook, which, if you guys, if you're interested, you know, it's always down there. It should be fun, you know, just meeting new people, and Chase is always a good guy to catch up with. You are even uglier through a camera lens, Chase, I tell you. That was so much fun. I always enjoy doing that stuff, even though I'm always like, oh my gosh, do I even have time to take on any more? I challenge all of you, next time an opportunity presents itself and you say you don't have enough time, shut up and do it anyway. I promise you, you won't regret it. It's just, you always find a way to get things done, especially, you know, when you're working with your friends. So that always makes it enjoyable. And on the subject of mentors, I've always been that guy. It's like, yeah, I know, in theory it sounds nice. I don't need a mentor. I don't need help. I got it, guys. You know, don't worry about me. But just in the last few years where I have had a mentor, he has done so much for me, both personally and professionally. And if you're someone like me and just like, I don't need that, just get outside your comfort zone, because I'm always like, I don't want to take up their time. It's uncomfortable asking someone to be your mentor. You will not regret it. See your comfort zone, jump out of it, and I promise you it will pay dividends in the long run. So you know all the women out there, they want the romantic breakfast in bed. Well, you know what's better than breakfast in bed? Breakfast before bed. So now I'm gonna head off to bed tomorrow morning. Oh my goodness. That stupid thing, just get out of here. Tomorrow morning, we've got legs. I'm gonna try to hit something relatively heavy. I don't really know, guys. I'm so tired. I just wanna... Oh. That was close. So a lot of you guys had some good things to say when I did the Rise unboxing video last week. And if you're ever interested in buying any Rise clothes, any PE Science products, please use the links down below. Clicking those links directly supports me. I think you also have to use the code once you go there, but something about if you click the link and it will be in your browser, and essentially Travis Jr. is hungry and he needs to eat forever. I'm just kidding, but I do get compensated off that. And speaking of, I figured let's talk about how all of this works a little bit, but I gotta eat first. And what do you know? Poverty Brownie. The reason I'm so comfortable always talking about PES and Rise is because I wear Rise every single day. I use PES multiple times throughout the day. I really love the products, and I think you guys will as well. And you guys have to keep in mind, I am very, very small on YouTube. I'm not like a YouTuber, you know. I am an accountant with a camera. That is it. I am irrelevant on the internet, which is perfectly fine with me, but you can make some extra money out there, and you don't have to have a huge audience, you know. I think it's definitely one of those things where it's quality over quantity. Building deeper relationships is probably going to get you where you want to be, you know, unless your goal is to be like Casey Neistat and Roman Atwood and those guys. But when I got into this thing, I was pretty surprised how all of this worked. And I was going through like my revenue streams from YouTube and social media, and I have all these contracts and stuff where I can't give you guys specific numbers, but just to give you guys an idea, I made more through social media and YouTube this year than I made my first year working in the corporate world, which I was like, that's pretty cool. Now, I've been in the corporate world for four years now, so obviously I keep going up, I keep making more, but so it's not what I'm making at my job. I'm not quitting my job for YouTube. You don't have to worry about that. But I figured we just discussed it a little bit. I want you guys to know I'm so dedicated to the cause. I even use PS as my tripod, regardless of where I'm at in the house. But I will say you can make okay money on YouTube, even if you don't have a big audience, but it is not going to be through YouTube ad revenue unless you're like an anomaly and you have like 20,000 subscribers, but you're getting 100,000 views a video, which that doesn't make sense, right? They must not like you that much if they don't subscribe. But see, I was reading through my contract thing, and it's like, you can't like disclose blah blah blah. Let's put it like this: if you wanted to make an extra $1,000 a month, you could do that pretty easily building up a channel my size. Is that fair? Is that fair? And it all depends. Like Q4, when the holiday ads are running, you're gonna make a little bit more money, which is nice. But if you're, first I should start by saying, if you're in it for money, it's never gonna work. You will quit, because let's go way back when I'm so thankful I had no intentions of ever turning this into any kind of revenue stream. I was just oblivious, I had nothing to do, and I was like, all right, let's start a YouTube channel, why not? So I started up this thing with no intentions of sponsorships or anything like that, because it's so difficult. You have to be stupidly persistent to keep this thing going. I would spend hours and hours editing videos and get like 20 people to watch. My hourly rate, even now, is very, very low. I could be making a lot more money doing other things, but I truly do love this. And I really don't just want to focus on YouTube here, because almost everyone that I know is looking for a way to make money on the side, and almost none of them are going to choose YouTube or social media. It's just one route, you know? So let's keep this a little bit more generic and just think holistically, how can you make this happen? And I'm just gonna give you guys the honest truth. The stuff that people don't really talk about is you're gonna have to look at your life and be like, okay, for the next 2 to 3 years, this is gonna suck. If that's really something that you want to do, because I can tell you, I'm just now reaping any kind of financial reward. I've been doing this for 4 years, guys, and it's been pretty extreme. Like every night, every weekend, this is what I do. Especially because, have you seen my grocery bills? And it takes a lot of money to run this thing. I think that's one thing that some people don't think about is, okay, you can make X dollars, right? But I spent over $12,000 this year on YouTube related items, whether that be stuff for a video, cameras, lenses, you know, stuff like that. Like that cuts into your margin pretty substantially. Have any of you guys tried these? These are just 2 big boxes of marketing. Somebody's getting paid a lot more money than I am for this, but this is pretty cool. I'm real excited about this one. Nutter Butter cereal. Perfect example of something that I'm just using for a video, really. And that's the thing about any type of side hustle. Chances are there's gonna be some cost, some barrier to entry, right? And with YouTube, it's pretty minimal, at least it can be. And when I first started this channel, Brandon Campbell made a video talking about how he doesn't suggest that you pick up an expensive camera at first, because chances are you're not gonna stick with it. So I listened to him, and then I did exactly what he said not to do. I went out and bought an expensive camera because I know the type of person that I am. He's speaking to the general public. Most people are gonna quit, but just don't be that person, you know? Don't let a few $100 or a few $1,000s stop you from something that can make you a lot more or provide you a lot more opportunity down the line. And if you don't have the money to start something up that you wanna do, start small, do what you can. And if you don't have money, you gotta have something. You gotta have time, you gotta have resources. Guess what? You can stay up late, you can wake up early. And I'm just telling you guys things that I have done. I'm not telling you things that is anything out of the ordinary, you know, or anything that takes like a special skill. How in the world did I get hooked up with these guys? Honestly, I've been with PS ever since I had like, I don't know, like 5,000 or 6,000 subscribers. Again, very small, not a big YouTuber, but they saw my videos I was putting out. And you'll notice as you get older, the more you work, the luckier you get. You know, they're very strongly correlated. So they saw the videos, they offered to send some stuff out. I loved it. That is fantastic. That tastes like a freaking Reese cup. And it is delicious. It's probably my favorite overnight oats that I've ever made. And I've been with them ever since. With Rise, it was actually last year at the Arnold, which I cannot wait to see you guys at the Arnold. Please come see me at the PS booth. But I did a workout with Jeff Nippard, and someone saw it, and they're like, hey, what's this Travis kit about? And honestly, the only reason I'm sponsored by Rise is because of Jeff Nippard. So how cool is that? And I'm pumped to see him and his girlfriend Stephanie and Rashawn, my favorite YouTubers out there. We're gonna have so much fun at the PS booth, so definitely make sure you guys come see us. But anyway, making some bacon, and really the way that these sponsorships work is you kind of do work for them. I mean, I know to some people it sounds funny to say what we do was work, right? We're posting promotional pictures, but I wouldn't say it's work. It's more of just, it's kind of a pain for me. Like, I don't like to take selfies with products, but I understand, you know, and I do like to promote products that I love, which you guys know. Like, how many times do I have to say it? And this is all commission based, so really, it's up to you how much you want to make. You want to make $10,000 a month, you better sell a lot of product, you know? So the ball's in your court. I don't make $10,000 a month. And again, opportunities create more opportunities. So nowadays you even see some different types of sponsorships on my channels. Take Movement and Blue Apron, for example. We call these spots, where maybe one day a month, I'll do a video for them, a 1-minute spot we'll call it, and I'll try out the product and let you guys know what I think. And these are great because you get products that you really like and you get to talk about them, but it doesn't really have to overtake anything. You know, it's just a very natural integration. What makes this tough, because a lot of these offers, they come in pretty consistently, and some of them are just like bogus products, but some of the money is really, really good. Like one last week I had to turn down just because you guys would have seen right through it. But $1,300, to me that's a lot of money. I mean, that's almost my rent for a month, and it's just 1 minute out of your life, you know? But I'm not gonna try to sound like I'm this great person. I'm trying to make as much money as possible in the long term, right? So if I did that, I definitely would have lost some people, and some people would have lost respect for me. So in the long run, I would have lost money on doing that, even though I would have made a quick $1,300. Where PS, for example, I'm not gonna make $1,300 in a minute, but over time, you guys are gonna see how much I love the products, and I'll get there eventually, you know? And I'm sure that there's other things that I'm forgetting, but quite honestly, I am sick of talking about myself, and I know that this side hustle thing is something that everyone is looking to do nowadays. So the biggest piece of advice I can give you is find something that you're really passionate about, because if it's gonna be on the side, you might as well enjoy it. You're gonna have to, because like I mentioned earlier, it is going to suck for a little bit. And for me, it's been a lot more rewarding than just financially. Yes, that's nice, but the opportunities it's provided me, the relationships, the people that I've met, and honestly, just the fulfillment, you know? Like for me, I know myself well enough to know that I can't just like come home and sit around, at least if I'm by myself. I mean, if it's like, if I get to a point where like I have like an apple field in my backyard and I can go frolic around in that or something, you know, I'd be good. But until then, like, I gotta do something. There's no possible way that anyone is still watching this video. I just went on like a 25-minute tangent. I apologize for that. And I know talking about money on the internet is kind of taboo and tacky as it is, but we're just making YouTube videos, man. It's not that serious. So I hope some of you got something out of it. Really, I think like the hack out of all of this is just doing it, because most people just talk about it. You all know that one person that's about to do this. I call him the about to guy. I'm about to do this. I'm about to do that. Shut up. You're not about to do nothing. Go and actually do it, and then come show me when it's done, please. That was mean. Okay. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. You could have been doing anything in the entire world, and you chose to spend a few minutes with me. That's pretty awesome. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. That thumbs up button, all you gotta do is click it. It really does help me out a lot. I promise I don't get paid for it, but it does help the videos get out to other people. And if you're new, please subscribe. I promise I only talk about money like 20% of the time. The other 80% I put things in my mouth. I look forward to talking to you next time. Book right here, which you... Woo!